Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you're all well and that you've all had a lovely week. Now, over the past few weeks at ARC, we've been hearing some wonderful stories from our Minibeast series, and today we'll be learning about a new Minibeast. So this insect is possibly one of the largest insects in the world. It can grow to 4.5 inches long, and it is covered from head to toe in a hard protective shell. So this insect is called the Goliath beetle. Now, you might be familiar with another giant called Goliath in the Bible. Today's Bible story is David and Goliath, and it is found in 1 Samuel chapter 17. God's people were called the Israelites, and they had many enemies. One of their enemies were the people called the Philistines. Now, the Israelite army and the Philistine army were fighting each other, so the Israelites set up their tents on one hill, and the Philistine army set their tents up on another hill. The Philistine army had a secret weapon. He was a terrifying soldier who was called Goliath. He wore a bronze helmet on his head, he had a heavy coat of armour, and he even carried a bronze javelin. Goliath wanted the Israelite army to send out their biggest and strongest soldier that he could fight. They made a deal that if the Philistine army won, the Israelites would have to be their slaves, but if the Israelite army won, the Philistines would have to be their slaves. David was a young shepherd's boy who looked after his father's sheep. He could see that Goliath was shouting and scaring the Israelites, but Goliath didn't scare David. David knew that he wouldn't be fighting this battle alone. He knew that God was greater than anything he would ever come up against. So David went to King Saul and said that he would fight Goliath. King Saul said that it was far too dangerous as David was so small and so young, but David insisted. He told the king that God would protect him. King Saul then agreed, but tried to give David some of his armour to wear to help protect him, but it didn't fit him. So David decided that he didn't need any armour because he knew God would look after him. David went to a nearby river and picked out 5 small stones. He then walked towards Goliath. Goliath was putting all of his faith into his armour and into himself, so he might have been ready for this battle physically and mentally, but not spiritually. David told Goliath, "You come against me with sword, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." Goliath went to attack David, so David took out one of his stones. He swung it around and around in his slingshot, and he hit Goliath with the stone right in the middle of the forehead. Goliath stumbled and staggered and fell to the ground. Boys and girls, this story from the Bible shows us that it doesn't matter what you look like. What matters is that you put your trust in Jesus. Putting our trust in Jesus means that he will protect us and look after us. David was only a young boy, but he was so brave and determined to stand out for God. The next time you see an insect covered in a hard protective shell like armour, remember that God made them this way to protect themselves. And I hope this reminds you that God is our armour and he will protect us too. Our memory verse for today is found in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. It says, "Put on the full armour of God so that you can take a stand against the devil's schemes." In your ARC pack, you will find our craft for this week. It is a colouring in sheet of the armour of God. So once you've coloured in the soldier, you can put it up in your house and it will remind us that you can be brave and stand out for God. See you next week.